Welcome to another video. This evening, come into the garden to take a 5 or 10 minute look at the Oex Phoxx 2 tent. It's a tent I've owned for around 12 months. I've had a lot of use out of it. Certainly stood up to a lot of conditions in and around the Brecon Beacons area in Wales, so it's going to be a positive video. We'll be showing some footage of that throughout the video, setting it up, filling it with some kit. Hopefully you guys enjoy. The inside of the tent, or inside of the tent bag, will have the following. So you've got your inside and your outside, both there, your poles and your pegs. The pegs I've chosen to change, just something a bit more substantial with these ones, which are also Oex ones. I think they're about £3 or £4 for 6. So I'll just go on now and show you how to get the tent set up from here. So the first and most important thing I've done is I've pegged out the tent to make sure it doesn't blow away in any wind. Next thing, assemble the poles, being really careful not to let them snap together like I've done here. It's not really the best thing to do. This is the big pole. It's going to go in the wider end of the tent. And also a short pole for the narrow end. The next thing to do is put the poles in. There are sleeves at either end of the tent for the poles to go through, so it doesn't really matter if you do the short or the long pole first. Once the pole is through the sleeve, there are eyelets or grommets for it to sit in and clips either side to clip it onto. Make sure that before putting the pole through the sleeve, this end is not pegged out. This will add unnecessary tension and can cause the sleeve at the top to rip. Once I've done this, I then go do the same at the bottom, and you'll see it very quickly starts to look like a tent. And I suppose on a nice summer's night you could use the tent like this, and I have done previously. The tent is what's called an inner pitch first tent, which means you have to put the inner up and then the outside over the top to protect you from the elements. This wouldn't be ideal right now if it was raining. There are also tents on the market that will pitch all as one, which is really handy, meaning you don't have to risk getting the inside wet. These tents will cost you a fair bit more. I've also sped the video up to make it easier to view, but right now we're probably looking at about 2 minutes of work and the tent is almost ready. Underneath you will find ties to attach the outer to the inner. Really important, keeping yourself dry. And these are on both the top and the bottom of the tent. I've paused it at this point just to show you quickly the Tieons. As you can see, you have to lift up to underneath and tie it on. Ties on exactly the same at the front and the back. These clips will hold the pole together, and the pole to the tent, sorry. And they're on the back too, and as you can see, just about to tie the rest of the back off, and I'll show you what that looks like. It's worth mentioning at this stage, I think I paid around £67.50 for this tent a year ago. They do have a newer model out now, which is called the version 2. At the price I paid, it just goes to show you don't really have to spend a lot of money to get into and enjoy wild camping. I took this out and used and abused it all of last summer, all over the Brecon Beacons. Something I really wish I'd filmed looking back, and I hope to share more of these adventures in future. And I'll definitely be videoing next time. If you like the content, and you think you'd like to see more in future, then please like, share, subscribe, comment, anything really. And once lockdown is lifted, hopefully I can get out across into the beacons and share some really cool wild camping spots with you all. I do have the Oex Salamander bivvy, which I'm really looking forward to using, and hopefully I'll put up a garden review of that in the coming days too. If you'd like to see that, please just mention it in the comments. The cool thing about the tent is you get 2 doors, so you could maybe sleep 2 people in here. This is my kit, so a 50-litre rucksack and my sleep mat. Easily room for a dog too. I'm not sure about 2 people. With that thought in mind, I thought I'd grab another roll mat and take a look. You could get 2 people in here. Wouldn't be extremely comfortable, but you definitely could. And you room either side for bags too. Here's a 65-litre rucksack and a 50, both in the one vestibule. Apologies for the poor footage. The video was taken on an old iPhone for work. It's probably the adventure that got me thinking about vlogging in the first place. And that is the end of the video. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you all again soon.